Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. All right, now look. So for this one, I'm gonna be telling y'all how I thought my hood was basically the whole world at one point. Yeah, I had it bad for my hood. So this was around the time I was about 15, 16 years old, right? I had got a girlfriend, right? I had a little girlfriend at the time. Now, I met this girl at the mall. I made a video before telling y'all about how we used to catch the bus to the mall, right? And just get numbers. Well, just so happened, this was the time I met a girl at the mall and we took our conversation a little further than just meeting at the mall, right? So we kicking it, everything cool and all that shit, right? We never met up. We just always on the phone cake baking. So she was like my phone girlfriend, if you want to call it, at the time. You know what I'm saying? Well, she like, when we do finally link up and go out, she like, I want to go somewhere nice. Like, we need to go to like New York or something like that. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, ain't nothing here in Detroit. There's so much more out there to life. It's more than Detroit. Hung up, bang the line on her ass. Fuck out of here. What is you talking about? Fucking New York. The fuck we going to New York for? You know what I'm saying? I banged the line on her, went outside, right? So now I'm outside with the homies. We on the block. They like, what's the deal, bro? What took you so long to come out? Because I was in there cake baking with her. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I was like, I was on the phone cake baking with this little broad and shit. And, she got to talking stupid. So they laughing like, what happened? So I told him, I'm like, she talking about going to New York and all this shit. Like, evidently that bitch ain't never been on the mall. You know what I'm saying? They laughing like, what you mean? I'm like, nigga, shit, everything right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the Coney right there down the street. The gas station right there. The barbershop and the beauty supply is right next door to each other. So you need to get your hair done. It's there. You know what I'm saying? Also, the car wash across the street. We had a dentist, whole dentist office, right there in our hood too. So like, shit, you need your teeth cleaned or whatever. Got the dentist office right there too. We had mechanic shops. We had a corned beef shop. We had a whole strip mall. The Apollo lot still there. We had two liquor stores in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get drunk, you got two different liquor stores. Had two liquor stores, 3 gas stations. You know what I'm saying? The Coney, the corned beef, and it's still there. It's called Lovejoy. Basically, they make custom T-shirts. Back then, custom T-shirts was the thing. So I'm like, you got Lovejoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I was just naming that was in the hood. We had a Burger King on the corner at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm like, shit, everything over here. What the fuck do we need to go to fucking New York for? Like, whatever New York got, we got all this shit right here on the mile. Like, not even in Detroit, just right here in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So, with me preaching that to the homies, I'm like, shit, why you playing? We got everything here, right here in the hood. And really, I was just naming off shit, just talking shit with the homies. You know what I'm saying? But then when I thought about it, I'm like, nah. I'm like, we real life got everything right here in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to go nowhere. Man, I carried that mentality until I went to prison. So from about 15 to about 21, so about 6 years straight, I carried that mentality that I didn't have to leave the hood. Everything was there. You know what I'm saying? We had like well, I ain't gonna exaggerate. It might have been a good 1,000 of us. You know what I'm saying? Like young hood niggas on their hood shit in my hood. It was a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And we had even more women. So it was more women than street niggas in the hood. Every block was full of people doing whatever. And we knew everybody, everything was a go. And like I said, whatever we needed was on the mile. All we had to do was walk down the street to 7 Mile, boom, whatever you need done is there. You know what I'm saying? You need your haircut, whatever, all that shit right there on the mile. You hungry, the Coney right there. You on your manly shit, you want a corned beef sandwich, the shop right there. You need something from the gas station, some gas, bag of chips, some blunts, you know what I'm saying, something to drink. We got 3 gas stations in the hood. They all right next to each other. Pick one. You want to get drunk? We got 2 liquor stores in our hood. Pick one. You know what I'm saying? You need some clothes. You need a phone. You need some groceries. The Apollo Strip got everything in there. It's even a Foot Locker in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had everything in the hood. That's how I seen it at that time. Man, thank God for growth. You know what I'm saying? Because I really ain't even traveled nowhere that far for real. But for the places I didn't be in outside of Detroit, like in the outskirts, the suburbs around Detroit, I done seen a lot of shit. And I still got a whole lot of traveling to do. So just to say, at one point in time, I thought my hood was the world. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But, man, I'm glad I grew out of that shit. I pretty much dumped the whole girl, because she just wasn't understanding where I was coming from at the time. I'm like, shit, the fuck? We not going all out of town when everything right here on 7 Mile. Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it was, man. So the point is, when you just a hood nigga growing up in the hood, man, you be real closed-minded. You don't know what the fuck is really out here, and that's why a lot of niggas be so loyal to that street shit, because that is all they know, and I know firsthand because I'm one of them. I just so happen to make it out. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up, so get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.